Hi everyone, it's a crafted home card that we're now going to make, and in your supplies you have a piece of Whisper White cardstock that I have used to cut out the picture this dies, so you have that in your supplies. You also will have the piece of acetate that has actually come off your Tulip Fields stamp set. So when you get your stamp set and you have mounted it into its case, you are left with two pieces. One is a little bit plasticky and the other one is a piece of acetate. Hold on to the acetate, you're going to need it for this card. You'll also have a piece of designer series paper as well. And then you'll have another piece of Whisper White cardstock, which is slightly bigger than this die. You'll also have a piece of Daffodil Delight cardstock, and that has been cut for you at 10.5 lengthways and scored over. You'll also have a piece of Granny Apple Green cardstock. You'll need to stamp one of your windmills using your Memento or black ink. So you'll have that piece of Whisper White in your cardstock. I've just already stamped it and cut it out. You'll also have some of the adhesive sheeting left over in your kit from our previous card, and what you need to do with this is take the bicycle from the die set you have received in your kit, and you need to stick this down onto here. So the first thing we're going to do is what I like to do, so I don't waste too much of the acetating sheeting, is we actually only need a little bit of it. Peel that away, pop that onto your Granny Apple Green cardstock, and now using your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine or your Big Shot, just cut that out. So once you have cut your bike out, just leave that to the side for a second because we'll need that when we finish off our card. Pop to the side your windmill because we won't need just that just yet. In your crafted home supplies, you've also been given your all gift attendee, which is the foam mount, our foam adhesive strips. So you've got a packet of this and you're going to need this for these cards. So just pull that out of your packet. All right, what the first thing we're going to do is take our piece of designer series paper, and you are going to stick that down using your adhesive onto your layer of Whisper White. I'll grab some I like the multi-purpose, but you can use whatever glue you have. Don't go right to the edge using the liquid glue, just so that you don't squish out to the sides. So we're going to place that down onto there, and let's pop that to the side for a second. So what you're going to do is add your piece here of the picture, this die that has been cut out, and you're going to glue that to your acetate. Now don't leave a little border around there. You want it to go right to the edge, and we're going to cut off our excess. So you'll find that the acetate that came in your stamp set is bigger, so we're going to actually just use our multi-purpose and we're going to glue that down. So now that I've glued it down, all I'm going to do is just carefully tuck under my scissors under that piece of Whisper White, and I'm just going to carefully take away and cut off that excess on there. Now the next thing you need to do using your foam mounting strip is you're going to turn this over, and just, I'll show you on this side, just along the edge, you're going to adhere your foam mounting strip, okay? So I'll just show you a little closer to the screen. All I'm doing is putting down the foam adhesive strip just along the outer edge of my piece with the acetate on there like that, and then I snip off and then go down the side. Is just butt the corners up against each other. I'll try and see if I can focus that a bit better for you. So you're going to put the corners up on either end, because if you don't, you run the risk of your glitter or shaker pieces actually coming out of your card. So taking this and just carefully snipping across there. So now what I'm going to do is pop this piece of Whisper White cardstock with the designer series paper. I'm going to mount that onto the top of here, and it gets glued down onto that. So now I have glued that down onto my piece here. What I'm going to do is just, you have some of these shaker pieces in your supplies, so pop those down into there. And then what you're going to do is peel away the back side of your mounting foam, and it gets glued down directly over the top of our designer series paper. So we're seeing the designer series paper through the holes. Okay, so I'm just going to cover that up, trying just to glue down sort of one side and then spreading it out to cover the other side. Press it all down, and there we have our mechanism and our shaker pieces. And I have actually got a piece of mounting foam in that section, that was that offcut there, so it actually stops some of my shaker pieces from actually moving all the way down. So the next thing we're going to do is actually glue down our windmill, and I'm going to place my windmill about here, so that's going to get glued down. So just press that down onto there and just wait for that to dry a little. And what we need to do is actually take out all of our little bits and pieces that haven't come away with our bike. Now you may find, because we've used the adhesive sheeting, you may find some of the pieces actually just come out when I remove the adhesive. So if I take away this, it may actually do it. If it doesn't, we will need to just poke out a few of those bits that haven't come quite away. So just pop all those out of the way. Sometimes they come out with the adhesive and sometimes they don't. It just depends on the die. I'll get rid of all of these bits. And you may need your paper piercing tool or your take a pick tool just to get rid of any of those stubborn ones that are a little stuck in there. So just pop those all out. Okay, so just move all those pieces out of the way, and then we're going to pop down our bike. I'm going to put him down the bottom like so. Glue that down. And there we have our shaker card. And of course they'll be able to find that it's a shaker card because it will be able to move around, and the envelope, it will come to them like that. And then if you wanted to, you could also add a little bit of adhesive, some foam strip along here to stop them completely falling all the way down the back, but I have actually stopped a few of them behind the windmill for that reason too. Alrighty, so let's finish this card. Okay, so to finish off this card, once we've added our pieces, you're going to have your piece of white ribbon, and what you're going to do is take your Daffodil Delight blend or another yellow blend that you have, and then you're just going to colour in, just holding down your ribbon and just give that a quick colour. It dries pretty instantly because of the alcohol marker, so it won't transfer too much. Just give it a few minutes to dry after you've attached it. And we're going to attach this at the top part of our card and just bringing it around to the front and adding a knot and a bow to our card. So just let me give that a little bit of a dry. All right. Okay, so taking our card, bring it round. I'm taking the bow to one side of the card because I don't want it to hang and block too much of my windmill. So just bring that down. So tie a knot first, and then I'm going to tie a bow. Just straighten that up a little bit. There we go. All right, and then using the snips, just give that a mitered angled edge. And then to finish the card, what you've got is a piece of Whisper White cardstock in your kit. I'm going to use the Best Wishes from the Special Moment Celebration set. I'm really liking this set. It has a lot of words in here. So, and then I'm going to take my ink pad. So grabbing Daffodil Delight. Could even use a different color ink for this. Now I'm not going to stamp right towards the edge. I want to leave a gap. So I'm going to pop my Best Wishes down here. Then what I'm going to do is take my hole punch a hole through the top, and then at the other end just snip off a bit of the excess there, and then just make that into a banner shape. You can use a punch or the label maker if you have that. And then what you're going to do is take some of your linen thread, poke it through, up under here, cut off, and then form that into a knot. And then what I do is slide the knot down as close as I can to the bow. There we go. And then chop away the excess. And then what you can do, if you wish, is stick it down or just have it up like that, just so that you've got your words attached to your card. So that is our card for our Craft at Home class. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.